Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how we report our ANOVA results in a journal style. So one thing that you must remember that once you produce your results in Stata interface like we did for descriptive statistics here, so what we don't do is we do not copy these results and paste into a report in a Word file. Instead, what we do is basically we create a table that's formatted differently following the journal style papers. So if you go to Google Scholar, you find some papers that have reported ANOVA results and then see how they reported your ANOVA results. So they didn't copy and paste it into their paper. Instead, what they did is create a professional table in which they present their result, and they have a particular way of presenting their results in a descriptive manner. So, for example, how do we report our descriptive statistics in a journal style report? So first we need a table, right? So I have created a PDF file with a table and with tables and interpretations, like the professional way of presenting this. So for example, this table one is the descriptive statistics by age group. So what you can see is that for each of the age group, so we have 6 categories, and then n is basically the number of observations. So and look at how many observations they have for each of this age group category, and then this is the mean or average systolic blood pressure for each of this age group, and then this is the standard deviation. So this is the way a professional table is created. So you don't just copy and paste for your Stata interface, but you create this kind of professional table. And then you put a note below it, and on top of the table you put a title of the table. Okay, so that's what most journals require this way. So in the notes it says values of means and standard deviation systolic blood pressure within each age group. So within each age group you can see the mean and standard deviation, and also number of observations associated with each of the age group, right? So that is the note you put over here under here. And then the second table is a one-way ANOVA summary. So that is the standard ANOVA we produced in our Stata interface. So this is the one-way ANOVA we produced here. So, and in a professional table, what we report is the between groups and within groups in total. So SS and D are degrees of freedom, MS and F and NP. So as you can see that the p-value that we have taken is instead of 0.05, we have taken 0.001. Okay, so many of the reports actually use a star, 3 star for if it is less than 0.001. It is significant at like 0.001. So they use a star mark over here, right? But for us, we used an actual, so the p-value is less than 0.001. So that is very specific, okay? So now how do you interpret these two tables? So let's look at the language. A one-way analysis of variance was conducted to examine whether mean systolic blood pressure differed across age groups. So this sentence basically represents the research question or research objective that you have, right? Whether your mean systolic blood pressure differ across age group. That was the research that you incurred in this analysis, right? So the second sentence, that analysis revealed a statistically significant effect of age group on systolic blood pressure, because you can see that our F statistic is less than 0.001, so which is significant. That means that at least one of the groups in our age groups is significantly different than the other group, right? So therefore we report that the analysis revealed a statistically significant effect of age group on. So age group has significant effect on systolic blood pressure. So what's the relationship between age group and systolic blood pressure? The relation is that it has significant effect on systolic blood pressure. So we report F This 5 is basically the degrees of freedom, this 5, and then number of observation is 10,345, and this is the F statistics, which is the ratio of within groups, between groups and within groups, and then this is the p-value. So we report this as well in the sentence. And then this is about the descriptive statistics. This from the table one that we have over here. So if you can see, a mean systolic blood pressure increases as the age group, like age increases, right? So 117 for 20 to 29, and 148 for 70 plus people. So this sentence represents the descriptive statistics table. So that says mean systolic blood pressure increased monotonically across age groups ranging from 117.35 mmg Hg with an SD of days 15.64 among adults between 29 to 141.18 mmg Hg with an SD or standard deviation of 26 among age groups aged 70 and older. So it's organically increased across age groups. So the from the younger group to the older group, right? So we report it that way. So just one sentence represents the whole table. Okay, and that's the one sentence represents the whole table, because journal doesn't give you a lot of space to write so much detailed about these results, right? Because the audience and the readers, they already know what this mean, right? So they are very brief in their interpretation. They are not like the students writing the assignment paper for the class, because the teachers want to know how much you know about these things, about the interpretation, about the result production, etc. However, the journals reader, they already know about these things, so you don't give them a much detailed thing, but this very concise interpretation. Then post-hoc two-key multiple comparison test indicated significant difference between all ages groups, right? So that says the post-hoc test says that where the differences are, right? So the differences are everywhere. So like all age groups are different from each other, and we have the probability of 0.05. So, and then also all the tests for homogeneity, and I have shown you the test results for post-hoc test, for both for two key tests, and I have saying these two, the last two column, none of them include zero. So you have significant test results. Like all of these groups are significantly different from the comparing group, right? And then also from the Bonferroni corrections, all groups are significantly different. Okay, so that's where the differences are. But then, all the tests for homogeneity of variance are significant, that means equal variance assumption has been violated. But Wells, as a robustness check, produces consistent results, indicating the findings are robust to unequal variances. So Wells ANOVA does not assume equal variances, and so but still it produces the similar results. The F statistics is 615, and then that is significant at 0.001 level, indicating that the findings are robust to unequal variances. Okay, so that's how you present your ANOVA results in a journal style. So look at this. This is a very small interpretation, but it covers everything. It covers the assumptions, it covers the post-hoc test, it covers the descriptive statistics, and it covers the standard ANOVA results. So, but within a few space in this. So it's not much, and we use just two table. So not all results should be put into the table. You just put into the discussion in the description part. Okay, like the Tukey test results, and the assumption tests, like equivariance assumption test, etc. So, all right, that's all. Thanks for watching. If you like my video and think this is helpful, please subscribe my channel.